Hello and welcome to Live with Rex, episode 76. Does that rhyme? Very possibly. But anyway, here we are. So I'm just realizing from things. I was away for a couple of days. I think I went, 1 or 2 days with no shorts and a couple of days without streaming. This one is like one of your 30-minute streams just because I really wanted to do one. Um, I'm just plugging my earphones and stuff. I was using them while traveling, so now they're out of battery. But I want to have some charge in them for work tomorrow, and that's precisely why this one will not be long because I got work. But we're gonna do something we mean to do for like 2 weeks and actually set up my PS2 and stuff like that. Is what we're gonna do. It's just we're not gonna waste too much time with this live. If it doesn't do any well, and I don't honestly when you're streaming, it helps have a little bit of time, maybe announce the thing first, or you know, stall for a little bit at the start, so it gives people time to join in. But at this rate, I just wanted to stream for the sake of streaming. If people aren't able to join in, that's fine. But essentially, I'm going to finally setting up my PS2. I've been meaning to do that for a little bit. I recently got another PS2, so yeah. I'm going to be doing that. So I got all the cables and leads for it. The reason I didn't do it when I got it was when I last had a PS2, I had a slightly older TV that still had those kind of connections. I've had to go out and buy one of these things, so I'm actually about to open this. I've had this sitting around for about a week probably. Open this up and hopefully it is the right deal. Oh crap, does this require power from other devices? The hell is this? So essentially this just allows AV, like the RCA cables of like, wow, we're going right back home, to connect to the basically allows the PS2 to connect to the TV. Got the connectors that the PS2 would go for, and there's the HDMI cable. So you pretty much self-explanatory on how that works. This other cable they're giving me, I'm not entirely sure about. I can switch. All right, cool. Right, this device seems like it'll be helpful. So just need to get all the cables because I've got those. I believe I put those down in here. Oh god, we're relying on the power of my memory. We're screwed. This is fun. I've now got myself second guessing as to where I put the cables. Greetings from Russia. Hello from UK. Right. Oh, crap. What did I do with those? Do you ever put things away in a specific place when you're going to use them later? So I've got the console. I believe this is the controller because I threw that up there. Yeah, that's the controller. So we've got the console, the controller. What did I do with the power? Oh my god, what have I done with the power and AV leads? Oh, wait, is that them? They are over here. Ah, crap, I just dropped one of those memory cards down there. But how is everyone doing this fine? What is it? Yeah, widen. There it is. See, we don't want to lose. I've got 3 of these. I'd rather not lose any of them. Should be rather useful. So, if you didn't know already, I prefer retro gaming, and I got rid of my PS2, right, because I bought one of those PS3s that could do all 3. Unfortunately, that decided it didn't like existing, and it cooked itself to death. I wasn't even using it that often. I was using it like a couple of times a month, like when I had the free time, and it ended up cooking itself to death, which was not great. But we'll be live for like a little bit, at least till I set this up and make sure it's working. I do have I have to be up at like 6 a.m. for work, which the exact time my alarm's giving me is I've got to be up in 7 hours and 30 minutes. So yeah. I am tired from traveling, but I've not been live for a couple of days and I like to do these as much as possible. So Initially, I would have used one of these kind of converters to SCART, but they don't do SCART on TVs anymore. Which makes sense, you know, everything's HDMI now. So this box that I've went and bought here, which would better be good for the money I paid for it, essentially you just feed the cables through and you kind of sort it. Also, you stick a HDMI in the other side. Oh, crap, I don't know. I would rather that didn't fall. So I'm not going to set the PS2 in where it's going to live quite yet. There's still some wiring I've got to do on this end. So obviously I got to plug the actual PS2 in. So that cable there, that is to the converter that converts between the 360 and the Xbox One. Sorted. Good, we can establish what that is. Honestly, normally I do Lego related content, but I'm just currently doing some rewiring and sorting out a few things. Normally I try to go live daily, but I've not been able to do it for a couple of days. So, like, even though this is a small thing, I'm just rewiring some gaming stuff. Still thought I'd make it into a stream just because I've not done one for a couple of days. Like, I enjoy doing the streams on here quite a lot, so there's that. Normally we do pretty much just Lego related content, as you can see behind me. One second, I'm just going to where I keep my excess cables. Yeah. I wonder if plugging a gold HDMI, yeah, that's exactly how that's said. A gold HDMI would have, like, give me some added boost with this. So, you sub, thank you. So essentially, we're hooking up my PS2 to a modern TV, right? Because I like retro games, right? Problem is, when this console came out, AV and SCART was, you know, what TVs had. So in order for it to work on this, because I was telling the story there how I got rid of my PS2 about 8 months ago. This was before I upgraded this TV. And I bought one of those rare PS3s that could play PS1, 2, and 3 games. That ended up dying. So I went back to a PS2, but I've had to buy like an upgrade kit. So essentially, these are the wires that come with the PS2, and this is a HDMI on the other end. I'm just wiring it in. But I've not the time to sit and do this, and I've recently picked up, there's a certain game. Hell yeah, it's a Nerd Fest. That's basically what this is what my YouTube channel pretty much is. Right, so where am I putting that in? So the PS2 is just going to sit on the floor probably, at least tonight. I do want to have a quick go and see what's on those memory cards. Because this isn't just a random PS2 that I have picked up. This PS2, right, I've owned this exact one previously. So when I bought the PS3, I gave this to a co-worker, right, who's also into retro games, and he wanted to revisit the PS2. And he recently decided that he wanted to try a different generation of console. I had a spare Xbox 360 lying around, so I traded him my additional 360 to get this back. So, yeah. Basically, the memory cards that he gave me, one of these is my original memory card that I gave him. So I want to see what game. He said he never wiped them. And one of my favorite games from this era, right? Some of you may have played it. Some of you may have not played it. Is The Getaway and The Getaway Black Monday. Brilliant games. One second. It's basically Grand Theft Auto, but set in the UK. And, you know, you get to be a corrupt cop and stuff. It's brilliant. Okay, thank you. You're telling them, fuck them. I'm just gonna have the one. I'm going to get ready for bed.
Tomorrow.
I'll get ready for bed.
Right. Look, I've just put you up.
I'll lift them. I'll lift them.
Oh. You put those lights down.
What? Right, I'm back. But yeah, those games are basically the Getaway is set in London, right? And in the game, it's crazy because Grand Theft Auto have never had licensed vehicles. They've had to come up with their own fake names and stuff for them, but the Getaway had like licensing deals of Citroen, Ford, Saab, Rover, all these big like BMW and stuff like officially had their stuff put in the game. So especially because Grand Theft Auto with real world licenses. When my co-worker was giving this back to me, I traded him the 360. I bagged up the cables. He's went and properly tied these back. That's big appreciation. I very much doubt he's watching, but John, you are a legend. Well, I know that the power cable can reach the floor, as this can, so I can keep it on the floor for now. Hopefully this HDMI can... And the thing that worries me is it says power, so I think I have to have this thing plugged in as well. That, I mean, I do probably have... I mean, it's all on TV, there's bound to be like USB ports and stuff on it. So a lot of people watching this who are a lot younger or didn't grow up when these were common, it would be weird. You'd be thinking, why not have a PS5? But if you ever sat and played a PS2 for any amount of time or looked at the game library available for one of these, you would support my decision. Right. What's that cable they give you for power? Because I suspect I'll need to use that. There we go. Might actually get some gaming in this stream. So I'll plug this in here. I wonder how this will look. Because I don't know if it upscales or changes the resolution or does anything of the sort. But all I'm not bothered. Like, see if it leaves it in original quality. I don't know, but I said it. Because speaking of a friend who does you, like, I can have it changed to 1080p, so if I plug that in like that. One second, so I'm going to turn, where do I put the remote for this? Was I holding the remote? Yeah, I'm alright, how are you doing? I'm just doing some rewiring of some things. Right, so I've got the remote, so once the TV's on, it should feed power. I've not plugged it all back in yet, I just want to make sure it works. We're setting, basically, my PS2 cannot connect to a modern TV because it's a console that came out in 2000, but I'm a retro gamer, so I'm kind of setting up some of my stuff. Right. If I switch that on, it should go into standby. But the PS2 is on standby mode. That's what we want. Guys, moment of truth. Will we get the PS2 load up screen to work? Right, it says no signal. Right, watch this. Will it work? Are we gonna get that iconic PS2 start up? Let's see. Yes, it works. Brilliant. That is solid. Did not expect that to work immediately. Right, let's plug the controller in. We're also going to take. We're not going to put a disc in right now. There isn't a disc in it, seeing as it's loaded into this. So I have 3 memory cards. So when I gave it to my co-worker, I gave him 1. He went and bought additional ones. So I'm going to plug in 2, because you can have 2 memory cards in at once on this. Right, we have 2 memory cards plugged in. Well, I think it's browser you go into have a look. If I remember right, it's browser. So what's on this memory card? Resident Evil 4. Vice City. Lego Batman. Lego Star Wars. Night of 1,000. Well, I should also point out, right, that when my co-worker bought these, he said that CEX don't wipe memory cards for the PS2. So it can create some interesting games. I did not realise Lego Indiana Jones was a PS2 game. Save the save that I put on this previously for Star Wars 2 is for the Getaway. Means we can have a bit of fun. Going to memory card 2. Let's see what's on this. Right, we'll take out memory card 2 and swap it with memory card 3 to see what's on that one. Oh, my Getaway file is still here. Simpsons Hit and Run, Baldur's Gate, Stuntman Career. Yeah. And, you know, because the PS2, that was all you got for a home screen. Basic, but works brilliantly. So, again, I've been wanting to sit and play this game for a while. I've not been able to play it much lately, but the Getaway for the PS2, screw it, we're throwing it in. So what you do is you put it in, you hit reset, and the more towers you got, is the more save games you got. I am going to quickly turn this down because I don't remember if this game has anything in its intro that may come under being copyrighted. I also took out a memory card and threw it somewhere, so I need to figure out what the hell I just did. Why do I do the things that I do? One thing I'll do is I'm going to pick up a PS1 memory card, yeah. This all of a sudden choose to not work. Try that again. That disc, I don't think it's in the greatest condition. I may have to pick up another copy. Come on, man. You want up? No? I'm talking to the cat. Not because anyone thinks I'm insane. Oh no, how is it choosing to not work? Oh no. There's no home button or nothing on this controller, by the way. This may be an unfortunate case of I need to pick up a new copy of this disc. I hope not, but sometimes that does happen. But to be sure it's not the PS2, I will throw another disc in. Oh, right, okay. Apparently, this game that's the problem. Right, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to quickly erase some of the stuff. Basically, what it's saying is it's one of those games for the PS2 there were certain games that do require you to have a lot of free memory card space. So we're going to quickly go into the browser. Get memory card 2. And we'll get rid of some of the games that I don't own because I'm not going to keep the save files for them. We'll keep the San Andreas one because that will be a game I'm going to sit and play. See, this has not been wiped because these are save files from 2013. FIFA 2004, I don't play those kind of games, so we'll get rid of that. Karate 2010. It's crazy to think, 2010, 16 years ago. Custom Skater 34, that's out. Other than San Andreas and probably, like, do you know what, I'll just delete Hit and Run. I don't mind sitting redoing Hit and Run. Max Payne, that's gone. I do love the little icons that they used on back in the day for this kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. I don't recall getting that far. Actually, to be fair, I did get quite far in Hit and Run, but I don't. It's one of those games like that I don't really mind doing again. Because Hit and Run is like one of the is up there like one of the most iconic games on the system, so that's fine by me. So just joining, we're just doing some PS2 related stuff. The getaway we are keeping because that means I don't have to sit and do that intro sequence every time I want to play. Because the opening mission's like kidnapping and murder, basically. Here's one that's dated back previous to the goddamn machine. So the PS2 came out in 2000, right? The same file is the 31st of December 1999. I didn't realise you could have the saves to be older than the console. Let's try this again. Even if I just get to load up and drive around like a maniac for a bit, because it's like this game is one of the best GTA clones that exist, and I don't feel like we get a lot of stuff like that anymore, which kind of, to me, is what makes it cool. So what time are we on? I'll be careful. I will stream for like another 7 minutes max. That's it. Just because, like I said, in fact, well, I'll wait for that to do its thing, and I think this one does maybe just, there we go, takes a little minute to load or two. And the reason it struggled for the first couple of times is the game went, yeah, I have a save file, but I can't load myself. There we go, it's loading that. But I think that is one of the best games you can play on this console. Like, obviously, the PS2 for me, right, has all the really cool Grand Theft Autos were on that console. Don't get me wrong, I do like 4 and 5, the HD Universe games, but these ones had that charm too. There's that other memory card. Oh, and by the way, if you're a regular viewer of this channel who likes my content with the complete saga stuff, got 2 more figures that I've ordered are on the way. So I'll have a little bit of a play around, right? Granted, I'm not going to set the laptop up to read chats and stuff. We're not going to worry about that right this instant, but I just want to have a little go around of this. So hopefully it loads my saved data from before, and it means we can just jump right in being an insane person. Oh no, is it going to make me do it? Crap, I need to redo that. I remember absolutely hating this. It's a good game, but it took me a while to get past this.
Charlie says they never see it coming from a bird.
What? She's a topper?
Oh, yeah, mate. She's not the slightest bit squeamish about a bit of claret.
What the fuck do you need someone like that on a job like this? It's meant to be a simple fighter. We pick up the bird, we pick up the kid, and we take them to Charlie.
You going soft eyebrows? Getting scruples, mate? Don't you know things have an habit of getting complicated?
Complicated? What can be complicated about picking up some bird and her kid?
They're on their way down.
Cannot skip this.
What are you looking at?
I cannot skip it.
Nothing to say.
Good.
Fucking Charlie. Said I'd be working with professionals, not a bunch of bloody has-beens.
Shut it, here they come. What was the business then?
Watch and learn something. You move when I tell you to move. But wait till they lock the door. First rule, never leave the transaction obvious route to escape.
Yeah, basically they kidnap the woman and the son, but I think they accidentally kill one of them. I am slightly infuriated that I'm going to sit this. I thought that my previous progress meant something, but man.
Mrs. Hammond, could we have a word?
Oh yeah, and it's called Mrs. Hammond, so I'm immediately thinking Top Gear.
Would like to discuss this in private. Shut up, please. Since when the police start dressing like common tar?
So,
Idiots! Bloody amateurs!
come on, get in the car.
Yeah, they kill the woman. Oh, and you have to chase after them, and the chase sequence I've screwed up so many times. You're about to watch me rage at this game. I love the way, I love the aesthetics, I love the idea behind this game, but I'm not necessarily great at it. I've already screwed up, haven't I? So yeah, it's like all licensed cars. Like that's an Alfa Romeo badge. The car that I'm chasing is a Rover 25. That was a Saab 9.3 there. There's a Rover. There's a Fiat Punto. There's a Citroen Saxo there. I think I've lost them already. I think I've screwed this up and I've just killed an innocent person. And there's no like radar to tell you if you're close. Yo, my indicators are randomly telling me to go directions. I'm not automatically doing that, by the way. Oh, bollocks, right. I forgot the driving in this game can be slightly off at times. Is that the car I'm chasing? Is it still in front of me? Is it? I mean, they're driving like morons, but then again, so am I. Oh, come on, I saw them. No, don't let them escape. I hope to God no one saw. Wait, I'm live streaming. Of course I would have saw that. Can I get out and steal someone else's car? I forgot the driving mechanics. I treat this like Grand Theft Auto. The mechanics are slightly different. I've probably lost them already, but screw it. Oh crap, is that a little counter? No! Bollocks! I know where the hideout is from here. Rover SD. There's also a lot of cool cars from shows like The Professionals around this. I think it's up here if I remember right. Yep, I've just rut off some random transit. I'm going down a one-way street. If anyone's wondering why I keep slamming into random people. If I go in the main menu, can I load my previous save? Is that maybe the problem? Oh no, it says there's no data. That would mean sitting through that whole cutscene, like, intro sequence again. But, look, I think I'm going to end this stream now. In fact, I should have ended it about, like, 3 minutes ago, given my timeline. But I'm going to have this little goal and stuff off stream. But I will see you tomorrow for, like, a proper stream. I'll announce the time and stuff. Shorts will be coming back out and all that as usual. See you.